Hi friends, I'm Chaya and I'm back after a little bit of a gap for various reasons, but in the meanwhile I hope you've been watching and enjoying the videos and getting a lot of information from the videos that my daughter and business partner Zena have been posting on mental health. Um, First of all, let me apologize. There is a little bit of a background noise because of some construction happening near where we stay. And let's get down to what I'm going to be talking about today. After having spoken about communication skills and then Jana talking about mental health, it struck me that many of us, whether it's in our lives or professional lives or personal lives, sometimes are faced with the challenge of managing priorities. What is more important and what is less important, what is not important at all, what is something that we should do immediately, what can be postponed for a little while, what can be postponed for a long term, and so on and so forth. A lot of people talk about time management, but I am actually going to take this further and I'm going to call it priority management. It's a topic that one can do a lot about, and one can actually give you do examples and exercises, which I'd love to do. If any of you would be interested, I could do a workshop for you people on this subject, but just to give you an idea on what priority management is. Now, the entire grid can be put into 4 quadrants, as you can see here. So we have important and not important here, then we have urgent and not urgent here, and we've made 4 quadrants. So we talk about one quadrant. So quadrant number 1, as you can see, is urgent as well as important. So this is something we need to take action on. It's something that you need to do immediately. To give you an example, how do we categorize as to what is important and urgent? We have to look at the impact that it has on our daily life, on our activities, on our office work, for example. So if there is something, a report that needs to go out, one weighs the importance and the urgency of it. So what is it? How do we actually tackle an activity that falls into this quadrant? Do it. Do it and do it immediately, because it's urgent as well as it's important. Moving on to the second quadrant, it's important but not urgent. Makes you think, right? What could be important but not urgent? It's basically something that you can do in the future. Because it's important, you don't have to do it immediately. For example, I'll take an example from my own life. At the moment, during the lockdown and everything else, one thinks about financial planning and decides to allocate money to those things that are absolutely urgent and important. And something that falls here, I've been wanting to buy a new phone for a while now. It's important, but the thought comes to me, is it urgent? And my head says, no, it's not urgent, it can wait. So basically, when you have activities falling in this quadrant of not urgent yet important, you plan for it. You think about this in the future. When can I do it? It's very important, but it can wait. Now we move on to the third quadrant. What is the third quadrant? It's urgent, but it's not important. How is that possible? It needs to be done immediately, but it's not important for you as a person. It doesn't impact your work, yet it is urgent. So that is where these activities you delegate to somebody. You don't spend time, you don't spend your energy on such activities. You just make somebody else do it, because yes, it needs to be done. For example, I have work, I'm working from home, and there is something that is urgent, like in the sense that maybe breakfast has to be made. So I delegate it to somebody, that is provided I have somebody to delegate it to. So I delegate that particular activity to somebody else. Now the last quadrant, which probably and yes is the least important. So it's neither urgent nor is it important. So it's basically all those activities that do not have any impact on our lives. They can be postponed, they can probably just be done away with. So that's why I said eliminate. eliminate such activities. Now, if we're talking about a leader, or we're talking about a team leader, we're talking about a team, are there activities that my team are indulging in which are not important and not urgent? I love to take the example of, I'm sorry, but smoke breaks. A lot of us, when we were working and going to offices, all of us ended up taking coffee breaks. And these coffee breaks, or along with that, a cigarette break. If I'm doing it by myself, or probably I'll just have a couple of puffs of the cigarette and let it be. But the moment few people gather around, pardon me, but I'm not saying don't take those cigarette breaks. But just think about it this way. Is there something that I can fill this quadrant with? Something that's not urgent and not important should actually be eliminated. I remember those days when I used to do workshops and people used to say, I play a lot of Candy Crush on my phone. So to all those Candy Crush lovers over there, think about it. It probably relaxes you. You want to play a game at certain part of the day, but just look at your daily activities. Look at what you need to achieve, whether it's in real life or it's in your, when I say real life, I'm talking about personal life, and then we talk about our professional lives. Put your activities, list them down, write them down, have your goals set, put them into these 4 quadrants, and obviously do what falls in quadrant 1, plan what falls in quadrant 2, delegate what falls in quadrant 3, and finally try as much as possible to eliminate all those things that fall in quadrant 4, which are not important and not urgent. So start thinking about it. Just to link it to the last session that Zena did on mental health. Is it important? Oh yes, it takes the box. It is very important. Is it urgent? That's when you will need the help of a psychologist. How urgent is the problem? I have a cold, I've been sneezing. I'll say, okay, it'll go in 3 days. But then it escalates and I start getting a fever. And in these COVID times, a cold and a fever and a regular headache also sends alarm bells ringing, and then it becomes urgent and important. Similarly, look at mental health also as a priority. Look at the symptoms. Zena has already spoken about these symptoms in one of her videos. Do go back to that. Look at those symptoms and see if it's hitting this quadrant. Yes, you need to take action on those particular symptoms, then please seek a therapist. In a couple of days' time, we'll come back to you with a video where Zena is going to talk about managing priorities as far as your mental health is concerned. Who do you seek help from? She's going to throw more light upon this subject, whether I should go to a psychologist or a therapist or a psychotherapist. Okay, I'm not going to go down that route at all because that's her subject. In the meanwhile, manage your priorities, list them down, and have a great day ahead. Stay safe, keep watching, liking, and subscribing to our channel. Thank you.